now, very important lesson for you to understand that whatever we're doing in ballet dancing, if you eventually hope to learn to do a pirouette, which you can, and learn to do the positions and dance across the floor and eventually jump into the air, you're going to have to learn to stand on one leg. So you have to get on your leg. So when I hold this up, usually in the class, the first thing we have to do is to remind people in the center of your body is a square. And while you're moving your legs and feet, because the beginning is very controlled movement, that there is no tilting, there is no twisting. So you remember what we practiced earlier about the breathing, which is why you have to breathe this way, because when you're dancing, this is your control center, here and here. So you want to think that touching your ribs and your hips, you've got this square like this. So you want to always visualize that. You have to see the square. So we always say that, whether you're working square to the bar or you're all twisted around, all right? So to stay square. So that's one thing. The other thing is just to help to show you the difference when you shift your weight. What I use is this plumb line. So can you see that this line is inside this shoulder? So you see where it falls? I'm on 2 feet. So now I'm going to put all my weight on that foot. So when I do that, you see there's a difference here? Look at this line where it is. This is 2 feet and this is on that foot. So now we see what? That this toe is inside the shoulder, this shoulder is outside the toe, this is your supporting shoulder, your supporting side, your supporting leg. This is your standing leg. So this is the most important for you to always know. Because later on, when you start to do pirouettes, as long as this shoulder is outside that toe, and this toe is inside that shoulder, you will not fall. You will balance. So again, the difference is that here. So before you can move your other leg, before you can make a position, you have to stand on the other one, all right? So you see where this again, the difference here, when I'm on that foot, we're going to see this. So that's how much you have to shift your weight. And when you do it, you're still in your number one, all right? You're always going to still see this center line down the center of your body. Right, so what we're going to do is that I'm going to now stand here at the bar. And again, this is your left leg. And you're going to be in your first position. So here you are, arms like this. Remember, not like this. All right, like this. Okay, and number one. Okay, so on the count of 1, you have to move your hand. We're going to shift the weight. You're going to put your weight here. So now there's no weight on that foot. All right? So now we're going to move this foot and we're going to point this toe to the front. When you work your leg to the front or back, we say you're working in 4th. This is the 4th front. And this is the point. The foot is pointed, the tendu, the leg is stretched to the 4th front. Right? We're going to flex the foot, so you stretch your calf, and we're going to point it. And I'm, again, still very mindful, all right? I'm trying to really keep my body square to the bar, all right? Then I've returned the weight to 2 feet. And once again with the toes, you don't have a lot of time, just a little, almost isometric plie, and come out of it. Now we're going to go this way. So before you point this foot, get on your leg. Get on your leg, all right? So put your weight on this leg, and you have to move the hand. Now I'm on this foot. Okay, now I'm going to point this foot, so we're sliding that to the front. And let's point the toe inside your shoulder, because later you're going to dance, you're going to step forward on this toe. So if you put it here, you'll be able to balance, all right? Stretch your leg and point it, and then begin. You have to use your muscles here, okay? When you're moving from 1 foot to 2 feet, you can't be relaxed. So this is all working, all right? And then from your toes, and push down and come up. So that is your point tendu. You pointed your foot to the 4th front. Now we're going to go to the side. But again, in ballet dancing, we want you to work with your legs turned out. So if you look down your feet, and probably, I would assume, as an adult beginner, you probably are not 180 degrees rotated, which you might be. And if you are, then it's fine. But I'm not, and I never have been. But I was still able to have a good dancing career because you dance mainly on one leg. So I'm here. So the next thing I'm going to do, okay, I'm looking where my feet, where my toes point. So I'm going to shift my weight. So now I'm going to go to the side. And side means where my toe points. So you see, if I go sideways, my leg is 90 degrees. But what's happening is you can't see all of my foot or my leg in profile. So I need to follow where my toe is. So now you can see my leg in profile. You can see my heel. And that indicates your second position, all right? So flex it, point it, and again, drag it in. All these movements, you know, have to be worked, you know? There isn't any movement that you're not working your muscles for strength and control. Then you're here. Now we have to go. Now, again, you can't leave your hands here, right? This is one place. Now, if I'm on that foot, can you see? You're in a different place on the bar. You have to move your hands. So you're here. Then you think, slide your foot where your toe points, okay? And then flex it, and be careful, you cannot move here. So again, in front of the mirror. Then again, drag the floor. So I feel the muscles all the way up the inside of the leg, all right? And then we're going to plie and push and going to come up. And then you're going to continue to the back and to the side. But what I want you to watch and try to really get in front of the mirror, because you have to learn to see what you're doing. And when you see it, then you can identify the muscles you need to use to keep yourself properly placed. Remember, you can do this as much as you like. Be careful you don't do this. Don't grip the bar. Don't pull on it. Stretch out and push down on it like this. All right, so Sachiko is going to take you through the exercise. Okay, here's the music. 3, 4, 1. And here's the point tendu. And you want to think of turn it out, but keep watching the body. Keep it square to the bar. Now 2 feet up with your toes, just a little push. Other leg, you have to move your hand. Okay, now you're on your leg. And this is the point tendu to the 4th front. Now careful when you return. Tight stomach. All right, and work the toe. Now we're going to go to the side. On your leg. So this is your point tendu a la seconde. You want to make sure you can see your heel. Your hips square to the bar. And slowly, you feel the muscles inside the leg and your toes. Easy push. Okay, now you're on the right. So can you see that shoulder is outside the toe is inside the shoulder. You always have to keep watching your supporting side. And slowly, now going to the back, you can press down the bar to help you. Now you're on your left, right, left shoulder, left hip to your toe. And don't try to lift your leg up high because I don't want you to move your hips. Just do what you can do without leaning over, without tilting your hips. And on your leg, so you're always watching this, you're always in number 1. And you're all connected to that toe. And slowly, tight, work it. We do once more to the side. Now you're on your leg. Now you can make the position. And you can keep pressing down the bar because when you dance, you want your shoulders down. Okay, now you have to stretch up the plie. Okay, now get on your leg. Over here. All right, so you know you're always on one foot. The more you stand on one foot, the more you can dance. Okay. Now after you do this, you're going to push down and releve. You're going to take a balance. Now push down. And I want you just to relax your arms, shoulders down. Now let's think number 1, ears, shoulders, chest up, no ribs, tight stomach. And you're breathing with your back. That's it. And you can come down and just rest.